officially at 247.5 pounds. Undefeated with 6 wins, all 6 wins come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, representing Uzbekistan, here is Lazizbek Mullojonov.
Okay, gentlemen, no rabbit punch, no low blow. Protect yourself all the time. Touch glove.
So 2 Olympians going at it here. Youness Baalla, a 2020 Olympian representing Morocco, taking on this man who is not just any Olympian, Lazizbek Mullojonov, the 2024 Olympic gold medalist at heavyweight, the tournament favorite and #1 seed, back in action here tonight.
And it's worse that Baalla was an Olympian because you'll know who Mullojonov is. I know all about him.
I mean, just an opinion, but he didn't look super confident standing in that corner waiting for that bell to ring, but you never know. And in this division, one punch could change the whole dynamic of the fight anyway. We done seen heavyweights that were gold medal winners knocked out in the pros. Anthony Joshua, Lennox Lewis, you know.
Good shot.
Left hand right down the middle there from Mullojonov.
It can happen, but at this stage, I'm not so sure.
So Baalla scoring a 6-round decision over Morten Givskov in his first-round contest. Needed the WBC enhanced scoring system to pick up that win. Mullojonov had an incredibly easy time against Marvin Mendoza before scoring a 3rd-round TKO victory. And that was a fight, Barry, where he probably could have had a TKO in the first 30 seconds if he wanted to. It took him 3 rounds.
He was enjoying himself, wasn't he?
Balla's blocking pretty well right now. I mean, he has a mark on under his right eye, but that's just, you know, from one shot, that's how hard Mullojonov is hitting. And he's also, you know, trying to aggressive offense when he does throw the punch like that.
Well, Mullojonov, he doesn't load up because he doesn't have to, because he's massive, isn't he? So his technique is very, very good, so he turns into every shot. He'll have to really dig down from the canvas.
His technique is good, shoots it straight from the shoulder.
Right now, Mullojonov just seeing these body shots available to him and taking what's being given.
But you see the shot that Baalla is trying to do. He's trying to do that left hook because he sees that right hand is so low of Mullojonov.
Mullojonov, he wants you to throw that left hook.
Mullojonov looking for a right hook there, trying to wrap it around the guard of Baalla.
Dug it in as well, didn't he?
Yeah, Mullojonov needs to shoot that straight left to the body because his shots are getting blocked upstairs. You got to give him something to move those hands. Keep them guessing where you're going to shoot. If you're going to keep shooting in the same spot, you might not ever get through. Good footwork by Mullojonov.
Mullojonov stepping back in with a left hand, puts a little extra zip on that one to the body.
Oh, shots.
Hard body shot from Mullojonov, who's putting them together here in the closing moments of the opening round.
Strong, too, because Baalla tried to hold and he just pushed him off.
تاني البرق ناش رايح
اعطيه الواضح دونو نفس مزيان ارسل معاه بحال هكا شوف دابا غير يهز لك الريتم ما طيحش في القلب ضروات كلشي ولا كلشي ضروا كلشي دوش سيلي في دوش وريها عمر تاعتي هر آخرda o'tganlar hammasi o'tdi. Mujib qayyon deb pishyapti senga. Tushundingmi bola?
So a good start for the Olympic gold medalist, Lazizbek Mullojonov. So he takes on Youness Baalla of Morocco, who certainly has a lot of crowd support here in the audience, a big Moroccan community here in Saudi Arabia. Baalla is probably best known for his fight against David Naika at the Tokyo Olympics, where he became a little infamous for trying to bite David Naika's ear. So, Barry, you and Evander Holyfield don't have anything in common, but...
Well, we do, actually, because he has half an ear, and I have an ear and a half.
That's true.
That's true to the truth. I call it a hamburger ear.
Just trying to keep that tight frame defense up top. As we saw in his fight against Morten Givskov, he's not a super high output fighter.
But, and I understand his dog's shot.
Laser quick, looping left hand there.
But once he lands with a shot, Mullojonov, look how quick he reacts to that second phase of attack. And it's sort of easy to say Baalla should be trying to let this shot go or that shot go, but he hasn't got the reaction times of Mullojonov, so if he comes out of that shell, he knows there's a punch coming back.
See Mullojonov thinking uppercut there a moment ago.
If you look at the way Baalla feints, he feints by bending his knees, right? And if you look at the way he throws punches, he bends his knees first and then he throws. So what that does is just adds an extra step to your offense, and it kind of telegraphs your next move.
Good timing right hand from Baalla a moment ago.
Shots.
That's how you need to do it. Just shoot the punch out.
I'd give him a bit of confidence.
Oh yeah.
And also make Mullojonov a little bit angry, possibly.
He's taking a shot. I mean, his defense is good. Mullojonov needs to go back to the body again, bring them arms down. If you don't know where your opponent's going to throw the punch, you don't know where to block. So if you hurt that body, maybe eventually he'll drop the hand and you go up top.
But I think Mullojonov's giving him the same rhythm to hope that he comes to look to try and counter that, and then he'll jump.
Mullojonov steps in with one final left hand, and that'll do it for the second round.
Blocking those shots pretty well, Baalla.
بليز لا كلاس سير لاغوش واضرب سير لاغوش واضرب ما توقفش لي فاز سير لاغوش واضرب اسمعني سير لاغوش ديالك واضرب اسمعني ديما خشي ما توقفش لي فاز.
Next week, Jake Paul is back in action as he takes on Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. in the toughest test of his professional boxing career. You can go to DAZN.com/boxing for more information on how to tune in.
After 2 rounds, all 3 judges have it the same. 20-18, unanimous for the green corner, Mullojonov.
Round 3 underway. All 3 judges giving the opening 2 rounds to Lazizbek Mullojonov. And the last man to beat Mullojonov in the amateurs, the man who undoubtedly he's going to be compared to, is his countryman, the big Uzbek, Bakadir Jalolov. That was back in May of 2024. Hard body shots there from Mullojonov.
Good shot.
Again, Barry, we talked about the depth of the Uzbek amateur program, and of course that extends all the way up to heavyweight. You imagine a national tournament where you have those 2 guys going at it in the finals?
It's ridiculous. It really is. Absolutely ridiculous. Like Jalolov going for another Olympic gold medal, it's like cheating.
Mullojonov back in action just a couple months ago on the pro circuit on the Janibek Gamasenge undercard.
Good from Mullojonov there, just going different angles now, starting to move those feet around the target.
Yeah, some quick shots, starting to back up Youness Baalla, who's looking a little uncomfortable with this pressure right now, Barak.
Yeah, he's switching up the speed of his punches too. You know, he's trying to surprise him with the harder shots by tapping him sometimes.
Nice reply there from Baalla, a little right hand. That, I don't know, it certainly didn't hurt Mullojonov, but it made him step back at least.
Balla's in this fight, you know, he's definitely losing every round so far, but he's dangerous, and Mullojonov knows that, and he's showing that he's dangerous in spots.
Listen, when you look at amateur credentials at least, Balla's probably one of the more qualified fighters to match up with Mullojonov in this bracket.
Wow.
You know, this would be a pretty good amateur fight a couple of years ago.
Right, right, and I made that statement saying he didn't look confident, but ever since that bell rang, he looked confident.
But he is still, without being too disrespectful, a bit of a punch bag here. He's blocking, he's taking the sting of the shots, but they are getting through the gloves still.
Yes.
But at this point, yeah, nothing's really troubled him. Knocking him back maybe, but nothing really looks like he's seriously hurting him.
Good enough to block enough not to get hit flush or hurt.
Showing the variety of his work, working the body, punching right through the guard. And Baalla blocking as much as he can, trying to fire back, but Mullojonov just a little bit faster in the feet to the hands, timing's better. But hasn't made a dent yet.
Back to action here. Youness Baalla of Morocco taking on the Olympic gold medalist Lazizbek Mullojonov, as we welcome back in Claudia Trejos, who I'm sure has more on those rhythmic massage techniques that we just saw in the Mullojonov corner.
Well, a little bit. They're very confident on Mullojonov's ability. What Balla's corner is very concerned is in the lack of activity. They're basically saying he needs to be first. Not only that, but definitely go for the body, for the sides, because they want Mullojonov's hands to go down. I'm not exactly sure how he's going to accomplish that because he can barely connect.
Well, he is being a little bit more active thus far here in this round. I mean, this is more activity than we've seen from Baalla. It is a low bar, that being said.
Yeah, it's like going from nothing to something.
Right.
Because that's what the coach said. You're not throwing your hands. Let them go.
Right, but sometimes fighters will let their hands go, but they're not really trying to be aggressive. They're not really trying to hit the target. They're just letting their hands go. You're not in range, but you're still throwing the shots.
But maybe that's why they want him to go for the bigger target, which would be the trunk.
If he has a realistic chance to try to win in his mind, and you've got to hit the target. So that's I'm just talking common sense here, but
it's just a dangerous game plan, trying to go for the body. But when you're a heavy puncher like this,
well, just when you stood in front of Mullojonov, you're seeing that he's just waiting for you, and he's an imposing figure. You know he's got good his timing, his accuracy, and it makes you tend to let your hands go. It takes your confidence away.
Good left hand by Baalla. Spun out of the way.
Mullojonov playing around with the orthodox stance here. That was one of the questions that I had after the second round. How comfortable would Mullojonov be just doing the same thing round after round? It was available to him if he wanted to, but right now, and again, going back to the Jalolov comparisons, the knock on Jalolov is that sometimes in recent bouts, there has been that comfort level with just winning the rounds and maybe accusations of amateurism still in his game. Mullojonov maybe trying to fight some of that criticism right now by stepping on the pedal a bit here in the fourth.
Well, it's that line of trying to please everyone and then pleasing nobody.
Yes.
I mean, no, because if he becomes too gung-ho, he starts getting caught with shots, and he's not the talent that we all said he is. So you've got to get the balance, but in professional boxing, you've got to get that balance right.
Baalla might not be winning this round, but he's definitely listened to his corner. He's definitely doing better. And he landed 3 left hooks in this round.
Yeah, and because he's picked it up, he's made it a much more lively round.
The crowd is actually cheering for Baalla every time he landed a left hook. It's that underdog syndrome.
Left hook from Mullojonov as we wrap up the round. The newly minted welterweight Jack Catterall takes on the undefeated Harlem Eubank in an intriguing Battle of Britain on July 5th from Manchester's AO Arena right here on DAZN.
Snuck a punch around the guard there, Mullojonov, the right hand, but Baalla returned the right hand. Ate another right hand, but in that round, like I said, Baalla stepped up his work rate, landed a few shots, but can't match the work rate of Mullojonov.
40-36, unanimous for the green corner, Mullojonov.
Round 5 begins. It has been a clean sweep for Mullojonov thus far, 40-36 across the board, as you see on your screen. Which means that Youness Baalla at this point has no choice but to pick things up, and he does so, at least momentarily, landing a right hand to the body.
And he's in a better position here, going head-to-head.
See Mullojonov inviting him in here. As he wraps a right hook around the guard of Baalla. That one backs Baalla up.
And this is all from the southpaw stance. What's going through Mullojonov's mind right now, where you're a 100% knockout rate fighter? You done hit this guy with all your punches are not getting through, but the ones that are getting through, you're not hurting.
Yeah, but I think they're quite pragmatic about their approach. Everyone from that sort of region. Again, not trying to stereotype everyone, but it seems that way, that they just go about their business. Alexander Usyk, when you ask him, because you got the knockout, you could, well, maybe, but I didn't. I'm just trying to win a fight. I think they see it that way.
He does look that way, especially when he's in the corner. He doesn't look stressed. He just looks relaxed. He's saying, he kind of has that look like, I'm winning the fight, and that's what I came here to do.
I mean, he'll want the knockout because he got his good boxing, but he's technically good. He won't take a silly risk for it.
Baalla standing his ground.
Good body shot there from Mullojonov. Mullojonov knows where he's at on the scorecards right now, and he's still pressing the fight.
That was brilliant there from Baalla. Right hook to the body, right uppercut, right through the middle.
Yeah, Baalla in spurts. Again, we talked about his amateur credentials. He's just in there with the best fighter in the bracket right now. Seconds remaining in round 5 as Mullojonov racks a right hand around the guard of Baalla, whose corner is telling him it's now or never. You have to go for it. We'll see if the only active heavyweight from Morocco can produce something big here. Mullojonov putting some excellent combinations together here with Balla's back against the ropes.
Good defense there, Mullojonov. And good conditioning.
He doesn't load up.
He doesn't. You don't see heavyweights that active, that much footwork.
But his punches are smooth, and even though they're heavy, they're smooth. You can put more on them, I think. but everything's about just body mechanics, so you don't waste any energy.
Right. He's using speed to hit his target and to get out of the way of the next punch. Very skillful fighter.
Yeah, he really is very skillful.
From both stances, he looks very fluid.
Great work from Baalla there, the right hook and the right uppercut through the middle.
Sixth and final round.
Show of respect between Lazizbek Mullojonov and Youness Baalla as the 6th and final round begins. And I think you could see, even in that interaction, Barak, going back to your earlier question about whether Mullojonov is maybe frustrated by not being able to dent Baalla. I think there's a real familiarity between these two fighters. They were on the same amateur circuit at the same time. I think he understands this is not like a normal early career fight. Again, in any other circumstance outside of this tournament, you're not going to see recent Olympians facing one another in the first 5 fights of their pro career.
That's so true. That's so true. So I guess there's a mutual respect there. And I also see that Mullojonov sees that Baalla could take his shot.
Yeah,
you know, and he can also block well. So I believe the strongest punch is his straight left or his straight right. And he hasn't really landed one flush this whole fight. So he kind of switched up his game and became a boxer the last couple of rounds. And he's doing this very well. He's teaching me something new about his game and his skill set.
He's always been a good move and technically very good, precise with his punches. And it's not a bad thing for him. I realising I can't hurt everyone, but I don't think he'd have an issue with going the distance.
He definitely, you know how you can tell? Because he's not making mistakes.
Yeah.
He's not making mistakes. He's not pressing it so much where, you know, the mistakes happen.
Just got word from Claudia Trejos, who was in the Balla's corner, and they're of the belief that Balla's familiarity with Mullojonov has caused him to show a little bit too much respect here tonight. And I think that could be an element, but I think no matter how much respect he had or didn't have for Mullojonov, Mullojonov has a style that is going to, and a skill level that's going to give Baalla trouble no matter what. Yeah,
if Baalla opens up, he has more success, but he's an easier target to hit.
Sure.
And he knows that.
I mean, that respect might also come from him feeling the shots on the gloves.
Yeah.
You know, feeling the right hooks.
Yeah, just because he can take a shot doesn't mean he doesn't feel it.
Yeah, he's feeling those shots.
But again, look at the credit he'll get for the credit Baalla will get for this. Taking the first guy to take him the distance. If he wins, it goes on to win the world title. And also, you know, had a few little bits of success.
And fought back.
Yeah.
You know?
Closing moments of the contest, and that will do it. What we expect to be a 6-round shutout victory for the Olympic gold medalist Lazizbek Mullojonov. Four more games to come from the FIFA Club World Cup tomorrow. River Plate Monterrey, Juventus Wydad, and Real Madrid Pachuca. Also Salzburg versus Al Hilal. All of that is live here on DAZN. So as expected, Lazizbek Mullojonov will advance to the quarterfinals. That's a tough draw for Youness Baalla. just wasn't able to get anything going here tonight. And it looks like we are ready to make this one official as we send it up to Thomas Treiber.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards, and all 3 judges are in agreement. They all score it the same, 60-54 for your winner by unanimous decision. Lazizbek Mullojonov!
Congratulations to the Olympian representing proudly Uzbekistan. Moving on to the quarterfinals. But it's not just boxing we have here on The Zone. We are set to have an epic summer right ahead.